This episode of Late Night with Ed Money is brought to you in part by Gubba Rum, where it's handcrafted artisanal rum in amazing flavors like vanilla and coconut in a striking hand-painted bottle. You can get this at your local spirit store or order direct from them. You just go to gubbarum.com or 617-964-6299. That's Gubba Rum, America's newest handcrafted rum. And Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant, located in downtown Amherst. And if you're local to them, dial for carryout at 440-985-FOOD. Or go to their website, which is ziggyspubandrestaurant.com. If it's a sporting event that you want to see, don't forget your sunglasses, because they have so many 4K TVs it'll burn your retinas. So go to Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant in downtown Amherst.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
I'll make it go away. Oh, my bad. You gotta start
Warning, what you're about to hear is an adult show. You'll hear anecdotal stories and humorous situations meant for adults. In essence, kids, don't listen or try this at home. Everything you're about to hear is done by drunk, trained professionals. Now enjoy the show.
Deep within the pit of despair, balls of Christ, dude.
There it is, and why, hello, my friends. You're listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on our website, which is edmoneylive.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life. You can reach us on a ton of sites. Go to the main site, just go to the right side, and those are all the way that you can click on, hear us, hit on your car. You could do it on the Roku. You could watch Rangus in his Star Spangled Show. He's got
in his ulterior universe.
He's the Rangaverse. He's got the brand new drag queen show that he's on. This is from the stage performance right there below me.
I'm going to do it as a hologram.
Thank you for all the things you do. You're always listening to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPEP Chuck. What's up?
Bruh.
Me and my bros make money. That's what's going on.
You going to break bra?
Oh, good God. Below me is Rangus, the, I would say drag queen prepper, but no, he's the bionic pampered prepper right below me.
Good evening, everybody.
And
he
looks like Patrick Swayze.
He does a little
Ghost.
bit. In Ghost. That's right. And last but not least, always keeping us in balance and check is A1 Continuity. Word!
What's up?
Thank you for all the things for the audience that's listening, all the people that are sending us music, all the way over to
Hi! Konnichiwa!
Did the rickshaw head need oil or something? What was it? That was a squeaky.
I have the gong on wheels, and when I hit it, it rolled back a little bit.
You need to chalk the tires on that,
It's just
that
like,
gong.
they got those little clips on it that you put, you step on to lock a wheel.
I didn't follow OSHA protocol and lock the wheels.
That was the one Chinese New Year kind of thing. So they had one sparkler left from the end of the year.
Times are tough with inflation. That's all they could afford. Here's your bottle rocket. Happy New Year.
It's so weak. Daddy, is that all we can afford?
I told you, kid.
It's
Shut
so
up,
Here's the finale.
Whoa.
Oh, only one.
Two of them were duds.
One report. Still got damp.
Oh, got it. And then for the music, we're going to be leaving you with Aliski, and it's a song on. Thank you for all the things that you do. It's funny, Neoni, which was sent music about, 6-9 months ago. Neoni, I did a dance show, and all of a sudden, it was great because one girl at the dance show said, hey, I heard of this artist named Neoni all of a sudden, and I'm like, no shit. She sent this music about 6-9 months ago, but thank you. So people that send us music, it is being heard. So thank you for all the things that you do. I've got a bunch of odd things that kind of happened to me recently. One I did this show, and I got to talk about it because there was so many odd things that happened in it. And it was the Wizard of Oz. We did this Wizard of Oz dance show.
Like a play.
Like
Would
Rangus.
you, would you believe it or not, on my street was one of those signs touting that play.
You're kidding. It was fantastic.
No.
It was a ballet. It was the ballet performance of Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
it was
okay. You lost me there.
It was their interpretation of it, if that makes any sense.
Haven't
It
you
was
said in the past that it's been good?
Huh.
Haven't you said in the past they've done a good job? I mean,
fantastic. The audience and them said, and me said, it was the most technical show that I did the Brian May from Queen, his We Will Rock You. I had to work that show. That was a little more advanced, but that was also, a big kind of production kind of thing. But that was my phone. It's probably Gary. It was Rangus. I just got your message saying you need 5 minutes. But
that was 20 minutes ago.
I just got it.
What?
I'm sorry.
It might be time to upgrade that phone
Right.
or get a name brand.
But anyways, we were doing the show. We had to set up all this shit. They sent in this guy from this company that they do all this crazy rigging, and this would have this. I got to tell you. So all this rigging that they gotta. So we flew like the witch flew in the air, and I got to talk about that flying someone like really like when you see them in shows going across, or they do on
the
movies.
wire.
Yes, wire work. Yeah, yes, which does get people
Ed,
sick.
can you pause the camera and pick your nose already? You've rubbed it like 10 times.
I feels like I've got a hair, right?
You do. We've seen them on the
Maybe you
show
do.
before.
It waved at us.
It's literally, maybe I'll blow it in a minute. So what happened is we doing this wire work. Well,
You already blew it.
they sent this guy who sets all this stuff up, and he's wearing a kilt. You know what I mean?
A utilikilt, the one with the pockets in it.
Kilt.
It's an actual thing. A utilikilt is an actual thing. It's
I
got,
cannot believe you knew exactly what that was. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
He
They're
called
called
it a
utilikilts.
utilikilt. Yes.
And it's got like a slot for your hammer.
Yes,
It's almost like your
it
stupid
does.
carpenter jeans, but in kilt form.
That hurts. But yes, it is. And it really is what he's talking for the audience out there listening.
Jesus,
look
there
up
it is.
utilikilt, and there's a real thing called a utilikilt.
I know.
I cannot
can't
believe
make that up.
I cannot believe you. I'm amazed you knew what a utilikilt was. That's amazing.
I know many things, Ed.
Because I
Many.
didn't. I didn't know
None
what it
of them
was. I was
Nothing important, but I know many things.
I was asking the guy, what is this thing? And he said it's a I knew it was a kilt.
He's like, that's my penis. It's under the utilikilt.
That's my hammer. I
But
drive it into girls.
He had this utilikilt, and he came there, and we had to climb all the way up in this raid, and because no one else was going to.
Did you let him go up the ladder first? Wink.
Oh.
It's like dangling in my face.
Oh, that's what it is. It's a pube stuck in your nostril.
Right.
It's
No.
a pube.
No, so this is the thing. There were these guys, these dance dads and stuff that were trying to act like they're checking out what we're doing, and then when we
giving their opinion. I don't think this should be rigged like this.
no,
You need a double day, no dovetail joint on this right here.
Got to put a second clamp on that.
You're not far off it. Were they talking about, the guy was talking about doing not a like a sheep shank or some kind of knot that
Sheep
you,
Bowline.
you do, where you go around, it goes through, pops through, and then you can also adjust
bowline.
it. You can adjust it, and then as you pull taut, I don't know what
are you
it is.
adjusting? What was going on just now? What
Yeah.
did Dance Dad do to you?
No. So, anyways,
Or you to him?
What happened is this is the best part. So this one for first day, dude. First day, we get all this shit in all this rigging, all these prop pieces because it was insane. They had to build it. They did a really cool thing. I will spoil it for the audience. The wizard face. Remember the Wizard of Oz where in the Dorothy went in and the wizard had this big giant head in the movie.
Yeah,
and she
were the big giant head.
No, and she was gorgeous.
That was the big giant head.
She was gorgeous back then. What was her name? Judy Garland?
Judy Garland.
Yeah, she was beautiful back then. But the pieces in this dance piece all floated like they were rocks, and then they came together as the face. It was really, really cool effect. Well, anyways, they've read all this shit. And then have you ever seen someone who does this with a pen? You know, they just says they're talking to you, you know, and they kind of...
I do it to the pen cap, not the whole pen.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay,
Just the cap.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Doing this.
It's better than the guys that do it with their glasses, the earpiece on their glasses.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Oh, dude, I hate that.
Ringus is doing it. Like
You know there's some ear
There's
funk
some
on that
ear
bitch.
gunk on that.
Who would do that in the first part with their See, I've taken my
You've
glasses.
never seen anybody do that?
I have, and I'm
It's
not saying
foul.
I may have accidentally
Yeah.
done it, and then like me, I caught myself and went, "Wait a minute," you know. Then I put it.
I've
Right.
taken my glasses like down to look at something for work, held them in my teeth to do something, and then put them back
Lick
on.
the end and then put them back.
Yeah.
I golf with guys that just devour golf tees, and if they're colored, it's all over their lips, like pieces. Yeah, that's no lie. That's for sure.
Wait a minute, is this before they put it in the ground, or they
Or
just?
as they're playing, you know, just kind of something to.
They
you know.
say that's bad, Wayne, because of all the chemicals they put on the shit.
You're kidding.
Not to
don't
mention
know.
the chemicals they put in the grass.
That's what I mean. The chemicals
I don't
on the
think
grass.
it's a heavy enough dose. They're not like ingesting a ton of it or
They
anything.
see
It's
Wayne
just
sees his friends next week.
piece of wood.
I'm good.
Well, this is what happened. The guy had the pen like in his mouth like this, and he was talking, and then all of a sudden he goes, and there was
Ink? Yes.
He
Nice.
bit the end by accident as he was gnarling, and the ink.
He squidded himself.
He was
Nice.
on his teeth, and the guy goes, "Hey!" And it was just like, remember when you went to the dentist and you chew on those things to know where the
Brushing
that
and
was
not
orange.
brushing.
the plaque,
Yeah, the
same
red
shit,
stuff.
but blue, dude, but blue.
Like he ate a toilet mint.
You just look at someone whose mouth is now blue, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Dude, how do I take anything you're saying to me serious
Yeah.
when you look like?"
Well, he wanted to match your Indian corn yellow and red teeth.
Yeah.
that totally hurts.
Oh.
Oh, that
He's
hurts.
like, well, you got yellow and red covered. I'm going to go with blue.
There you go.
So then this is what I wanted to ask you guys. Now, Wayne, is your kid involved in any sports at all or no?
Well, he just started jujitsu
Well,
a
that's,
while ago.
I wouldn't say that.
He's so into it.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be. You wouldn't have like what I'm going to describe. You may say they do have. Maybe they do. I don't know. That what happened is in there they have volunteers and they have stuff like that. And I even told this cat. I said, dude, I see the humor in what you are. And I said, I got to talk about you. And he said, no, that'll be great. You know, because he can handle being the humor of it. He was. Have you ever met like the Uber dad? Like he is.
Oh, yeah.
The dad, no matter what it is, his kid is the greatest. My kid can do anything. My kid, your kid sucks. Your kid's terrible.
See that kid picking his nose over there? Look at the size of that booger he just pulled out. That's a record breaker. Record breaker booger. That's my kid.
Yeah.
Well, this guy
Buggers.
the first thing off the bat, he had the G.I. Joe, the old G.I. Joe haircut, where it was like a fuzz all the way around with the beard that was all the same length. Remember that G.I. Joe?
Yeah. Yeah, I still have some.
Everything, yeah.
Do you have that G.I. Joe? Really? You still have that?
Yeah, because there's a tag you pull on his chest, his dog tags, and he talks. And he's got Kung Fu action grip.
He's got, I'm sure it's a carpal tunnel.
That's what it looks like, but they call it Kung Fu action grip.
A G.I. Joe with Kung Fu grip. He's all rigor mortis type.
Yeah, he's got rickets.
Rickets. No oranges.
Nope, no fresh fruit.
You got a soldier with rickets going into battle. He's got carpal tunnel.
You know, they were bad motherfuckers back then. They didn't care.
Yeah. They didn't feather triggers for nobody.
Can you imagine that you're sending soldiers into battle with rickets, bad haircuts? They got bad vision. Their teeth are falling out. They got fucking, oh, God, this is terrible. Anyway, back to this cat. So I see this guy, and I look down. I see that, that haircut. And I said, I don't know about
I'm going to
this.
fight that guy.
No, but he had, the funny part is he was walking, and sorry if you're listening, I won't say his name, but if you're listening, but thank you, because he said he was going to listen. He had a body shape that have you ever seen those guys? Okay, their head, imagine this, you're staring at my back, that the head goes down and the shoulders, from the neckline to the shoulder is all rounded, rather than having like a shape, it's just round. You know what I mean?
Not like bodybuilder, like used to be a bodybuilder.
No, just
like the top of an old tombstone.
Yeah, we have the top of an old tombstone.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
kind of rounded.
And from the front, the arms kind of angle inward. You know what I mean? Because he was very barrel-ish. You know what I mean?
Chested?
No. No.
Oh, barrel.
Barrel-er. And the thing was, when he first turned around with his arms forward, and he had this big old tum-tum, like a stomach, where it stuck out like a roof, or like an awning.
Sign of a poor man that can't afford a roof for his tool.
Right, that, with the shirt can't be tucked in. It physically can't be tucked in.
Just curtained out.
Curtained down.
Kind of like an awning.
Yeah. Just kind of blows around there.
And you see from like what Wayne is saying, the curtain,
instead of bottom boob, it's bottom belly.
The periodic this coming out, you know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, that the bottom. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's the stomach. It's one of those guys that he's got like just a massive stomach, but a 28-inch waist. For some reason,
still fits.
Looks like somebody squeezed a tube of toothpaste in the middle.
Yeah.
They do. How do they have a 28-inch waist?
I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about? Where it hangs, and then the belt goes up, but that makes their legs look this long. Like,
nice.
You look at it and go,
his leg shrunk from the rickets.
You go, dude, you look misproportioned.
Yeah, that's like the women.
I know what you're saying.
The women have that wisdom tooth figure.
Wisdom.
They're like big, and then just kind of goes down into some like little legs. I heard that recently, and I get it. I get it.
Dude, my one dude was talking about his ex-wife, and he said she was 36, 24, 36, and her other leg was the same.
Well, at least the swelling hasn't,
It's just water weight.
See, that's the thing too. It's very, and I know I don't have the perfect figure. I get it.
Me either, but hey, I own it.
If a pair was a perfect figure,
Chucky, no,
I got fat shamed at Universal Studios. I got.
Did you have to do the walk of shame?
They're like, hey, we're just going through kind of like a random safety check. I was like, all right, go ahead and shoot. He's like, no, I kind of need you to sit in a sample seat.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
To see if I fit.
Because some people will walk past it
Wait a
in denial.
No,
and then they go to
it
get on the
happened.
ride
They're
and
at
they
the
can't
entrance
do
to
it.
every ride at Cedar Point.
And after we were in line for like 48, 50 minutes
Stop for a second.
with an express pass.
Wait, they thought you looked so girthy
Yeah.
that you couldn't fit in a
fit
seat.
no problem, though, I hope.
And there's people, I fit, but it was like, it wasn't like, it wasn't really like close, but it was like, damn, there it is. That's
Wake up call.
That's the wake up call. 'Cause
said
I'm a
heart
big
attack was
guy.
my wake up call.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I'm a
when
big guy. I don't have my belly that doesn't look roll
Right, you're
over or
just-
nothing,
you're
but
big.
it's like,
See, I
I'm
don't
big.
say that. I don't think so. I think you're tall, Wayne. I don't think
Oh,
you're
no, I'm
wide
fat.
at all. No.
oh, I'm fat.
Yeah,
There's
that-
no doubt about
He
it.
meant you're fat as tall.
No, I'm telling you, I'm fat. There's no doubt about it. And this is like the last.
You're girthy.
No, I'm not girthy. I'm fat.
I would have never said. Here's the thing. I would have. This isn't Ringus.
Oh,
don't
I
take
could
the-
send you some pictures.
I
Believe
don't
me,
need-
I'm
I
Full
don't-
fat.
frontal.
There's
I
no
don't
way
need
around
the
it.
nudes. I don't want to see the nudes.
I don't want excuses. I don't want to think that it's
I would've
okay.
never
It's not.
thought
It's
that.
bad.
I would have never thought that. What do you, I mean, really?
Yeah.
What do you weigh? I mean, if you don't mind me asking.
230.
Please. I've weighed 240 or more for the last 30 years.
Yeah, but you're what, about 6'2"?
6'1",
That-
now less, but no,
that's-
believe me,
that's
I'm
proportion,
very
dude.
overweight. No,
You think
there's
so?
no Yeah, it's bad right now.
Well,
Just
I guess it's time
the
to start
last
doing
like
meth
6
again.
months. Yeah, I'm starting some crack.
Excellent choice. That'll get it off quick.
It's
That'll
cheap.
get it off quick. Yeah. So
And if I thought maybe I'd make some.
Is that the
My
new
own.
keto diet? You just,
What are you going to be the new Breaking Bad?
just do a little crack? That's your keto diet. That's what it is.
hey, just
Wayne
get some
White.
Adderall. Get some Adderall and go with it.
I'm scared of that. Yeah. So anyhow, I didn't mean to.
No. I
was definitely,
I would have never
was
guessed
realization
that.
for sure.
Because again, you guys are all taller than Chucky and I are about the same height. Chuck, you're not 5'9", 5'10" ish.
I'm a 5'11", 12.
Okay, you're taller than me.
No, I'm
You're-
like
You're
5'11".
5'12".
I'm 5'12".
That's awesome.
Somewhere in there.
5'12" and a half.
Well, 5'13" with my poofy hair today.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
No, I'm like honestly, I'm like 5'11", 5'10", 5'11".
Okay, you're taller than me
5'12".
because I just went to go see, and I got to talk about I saw Frankenstein doctor Chucky.
Yeah.
I saw her,
Yeah.
and I got measured. They measured me and weighed me
To
and
see if you're shrinking yet.
and it's terrible because I am.
Everybody is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm shrinking. What the
Yeah.
hell? I'm now down to
Once you hit
5'4".
I'm a solid 5'4". No, I'm a solid 5'10". I'm 5'10" right there. So that's why I said I'm. It depends on a shoe. And
Is
I
that
only,
with heels or without heels?
with my pumps on. Yes, I'm 5'10" with my pumps. Yeah, no, and here's the thing: I weigh fully clothed with my the Skechers high foam shoes, which I don't wear those. My clogs.
Those don't add a lot of weight.
No, yeah, I wear clogs. No, I was 185.
Oh,
fully
that's a
dressed.
good way. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it's when I thought so too. But I feel misproportioned.
Why is it? Do you have your arms and legs weigh like 10 pounds and your belly weighs the other 165?
See, no, you're taking me off, which is fine. But I'll talk about. No, that's not true. So. Have you guys really looked at yourself in the mirror? Like when you go to
I try not to because then I'll get pissed off and be like, "Son of a bitch, what the fuck happened?
No, it's not.
When did
that.
this happen?"
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
not that. Like I still have. I still have definition, but I.
The definition of fat.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
not true either. There's only very
No,
specific.
185 is good for our height, man.
Right. I have very.
But they still say we're obese.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that whole BMI bullshit, whatever that thing.
I'll give them a BM.
not
No I.
Body mass index.
Yes, that's all bullshit. That's the first thing that's all horse shit to say. Because I think if you feel comfortable in your body, I mean, if you don't have, Chucky and I talked about this. There's
Beef
a girl,
necklaces.
Okay, Lane Bryant.
Lane Bryant.
You go, girl.
I'm not.
You've come a long way, baby.
I'm not a 16 plus. No, Chucky and I
Just
have talked about like there's this girl I have an interest in. One of that I have an interest in, but she has
one.
No, she has. Chucky's met her. Chucky's met her. She the
She's
one
real?
girl.
Oh yeah. No, we can't really talk
No,
about
I won't. No, but it's very tough to look at her. So tough. It is. She.
Just stop there. You're gonna,
Okay. Yeah, I won't ruin it. I'll do it.
So
off
you were
the
talking
mic.
about a dad.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
sorry,
talking about
like
Uber
a-
Dance Dad.
Yeah, this Uber dance dad who had this curtain thing going on and this 28-inch waist, and it was the oddest looking thing about him. And he was the guy that, he was over dramatic. Everything he talked about, he knew. He would everywhere you turn, he's there. He literally was holding something for someone, and then someone else needed help, and he dropped it and ran to go help someone else because he was just the Uber dad. He was like trying to be the Uber.
Yeah.
Uber.
Was everything a life lesson to his kid? Well, son,
You see
we
that guy
don't do
over there?
that. Yeah.
See that guy over there
Yeah.
named Ed?
Yeah.
Stay in school, okay?
Stay in school.
Wait a minute! Don't drag me. No. But
Brush your teeth every day, kids. See that guy over there?
Or get a nut sack rested on your head.
This was the best thing is when we were when we were hooking up the rigging to fly the people, and he was talking to somebody that was helping him there. Oh no, I'm gonna do a slip knot with a sheep shank twist with a jackrabbit in the hole, and you turn it. And he's naming off all this knot stuff. I don't know knots. I'm not a longshoreman to know how to tie like knots for a boat. And
Barely tie your shoes.
I know. That's why I use slip-ons. Yes, and
Velcros.
Velcro, all this stuff. And then he did it, and the guy came over and go, yeah, that's completely wrong. What you did was completely wrong. And he goes, no, we need to do this. And he's, oh, well, I must have not been paying attention. And then
my knot was better.
I was distracted.
Superior knot.
Was he wearing merit badges?
Well, it was a badge, but it had like a spatula, a mop, and it had a big M on the top.
We came at the airport. I went to Universal for a trip. We were at the airport, and there was a kid there with his full bore Cub Scout uniform on.
oh,
Was he like a
dang
Eagle
it, I
Scout?
hate those
Pins
son of
everywhere, pocket full of Pokemon cards that you don't have. Oh, I was like, really?
And he
I
had,
was like, save some pussy for us. Jesus.
Did he have his P badge?
Oh,
he had a collection of pogs in his
it
his
was
backpack.
painful.
Was
He,
he like
was a good kid. It was just in that gangly state where you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. He was.
Well,
a
he could be
dork.
on his
He
way
was
to
a
becoming an Eagle
total
Scout, which
dork.
Oh, that's so mean. Dude, do you know what's worse? Is when you see those poor kids, and we grew up with some that had acne so bad that you can almost see it oozing on their face. Like
Well, he wasn't even to that age yet.
You can see
Okay.
it
So
pulsating.
I'm picking on a little kid.
oh, so-
You feel better now?
Yeah, right. You're gonna get acne.
Back knee.
Back me.
dude, I've gotten it. When I was a kid, I would get bad. I would wash with that pumice or that lava soap just because I was so. And I would literally use peroxide on my face.
It's
on
for
little
people
pimples.
who work.
So scrape a layer of skin off.
Oh, I had bad acne growing. It did. It was, I didn't get, there were some people that you would see the pitted on their face. You know what I mean?
That's
I always
acne.
get it on my nose.
That's acne. You didn't have acne.
What,
You had
on your
pimples.
nose? Well, isn't the same thing?
Ed
Isn't
did.
pic-
Nah, you didn't have acne. Is like really hard. It's tough.
What do you mean?
You had pimples.
Okay, what is the difference between acne and pimple? Is it the same thing?
I think acne is just a very severe skin. You know, it leaves its mark and it's difficult. And you had days where it was like you don't have lasting effects, and you know.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like I've seen some girls that look like the moon, like they've gotten scars on their face. Is that from?
It's serious.
Is that from picking at
well,
it?
that could have been
I don't know.
from chickenpox too. When you scratch the scabs off on chickenpox, they left pock marks.
Wait a minute. You're kidding? From like
No.
See,
yeah, for scratching. I got
we-
one on my forehead because I like fuck this thing.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
And see, that's
life.
the worst thing. You were
Scarred,
one of those
yeah.
people that would get a scab and you'd pick off the scab.
Only if I
Oh.
can eat it that day.
Right.
Was it ripe?
Oh.
Look at Chuck laughing at himself because it's such. I hated it when I would get. Say you were out on your bike and you get like a scrape on
Strawberry.
your arm or strawberry. Go ahead, Rangus.
The difference between acne and pimples is
yes.
that acne is a disease and pimples are the side effect or symptom
Sorry.
of acne. So they're one and the same, except the acne is an actual disease, which we can have treatments.
That's
Pimples,
difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, are the side effect or a symptom of acne. That's
See-
right from WebMD.
I hated getting the pimples because you're so worried about, which is fine if you popped it and then it was just red. You know, you
And
could deal
gone
with it
the next
And-
day.
Gone the next day. But it was worse. It was worse when you'd see, like, say you're interested in a girl and you could almost watch it forming on her face, where you could almost see the white starting to form, and you're like, all you want to do is go.
Oh, yeah.
Mount Vesuvius is going to erupt.
Good one.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know what sucked when you were younger? You got a zit and you popped your zit, and then like 3 hours later, it was a zit again. You're like, what the hell?
Or if you tried to pop it and it didn't pop and it turned into a huge
big red-
mound, like you
The
got
big
hit,
underground volcano
yeah,
waiting.
like you got hit with a baseball or something.
Big
That usually
red
happened, like-
neon light.
Valentine's Day dances next week.
Oh,
Get your
yeah.
date.
Oh,
Picture day.
that was the worst. The worst.
Always get a cold sore.
Cold sore.
Yeah.
I can say that I never. Isn't that like herpes or something? I never got a cold
Yeah.
sore.
I started early.
I did.
He got it from his babysitter.
Yeah. Anytime I'd eat like oranges or something when I was little,
Babysitter.
like if chapped lips or something, I could get them. You know,
See,
it was just like,
orange
right
will
on.
give orange will give you where your taste bud or not is it-
Scurvy?
no, is it called
Rickets?
a canker sore?
Yeah,
But
canker.
from the acidic acid or not
Well, I got it.
citric acid.
Like spaghetti 3 days in a row.
yeah.
Wow.
I've had that happen, and it gets on your tongue, and all the taste buds stick out. Like
You got that one
this.
taste bud that's like,
yes, and you open up your mouth and look in the mirror, and you can see it wiggling like this.
hey, Ed, I'm just a taste bud.
Yes, no, but I did. I used to get pimples like that too, dude. And I the hard ones, that was the worst when they were hard. And you like a blackhead. Have you ever gotten real bad black? I used to get blackheads here because of my glasses. And Chucky,
My glasses.
No, well, you didn't wear glasses when you were younger.
No, I didn't get glasses until about
Later,
6
yeah.
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to
And
get.
it was overnight. It was like, I could see that eagle from 10 miles away. Wait, what's that in front of me? Son of a bitch.
A car.
Yeah. Overnight, man, my eyesight.
You can see you can see an eagle, and yes, I get the blackheads here from my glasses, from the sweat, and then you could go like
From the
this.
sweat, what are you sweating when you sit? I know you don't work.
Jeez, come
He's
on!
nervous.
Get swass.
You can't tell me
On his face?
that you didn't get. Did you ever get pimples like waistline or anywhere uncomfortable, like underwear line, and it would
I
rub?
didn't get those.
No,
I got
my mom made us wash.
with water and soap.
Not lava soap.
Lava soap. Jeez.
Ed's mom made soap.
I think we were just pouring. My
Out
mom
of
just.
mud.
I
You missed
didn't-
a spot, Ed.
Yeah, I didn't have Armani. I had my mommy. That's what it was. Yeah, no. Yeah, so anyways, where was I at? Oh, the dance dad. Sorry, the Uber dad. So we had to do this. They had to do practice, and I was an alternate on the. I had to sign this form.
You were a
This-
dancer?
No, as a
Alternate dad.
no, as a flyer, as an alternate fly guy. You know.
Ed, I'm flying. They're trying to hold him, his belly scraping on the ground. I'm flying.
I'm Peter Pan.
Dude, you don't understand. You've got this rigging up that goes over, and you got to learn to work.
So you were the counterweights?
Yeah, yes, I'm the
That's about all he's
counterweight.
good for.
I'm the counterweight. Yes, and you you got to learn to work with them, or they'll get right on the edge of.
Look, there goes Ed. Not really.
Ed's got the whole dance troupe supported with him.
Yeah, there's nobody on the stage except
There's
Ed scraping on the ground.
No, so what it is they had the one guy, and this is the truth too. So you have one guy that's the lifter, and the other. So you bring them up and down, and then there's one that does the traveling, that takes them
trolley.
laterally, that
Okay.
runs them back and forth. So you have to work as a team to fly these people. And now the rigging is way up in the attic, like up on the top of the roof. So it's like Wayne is have you ever operated a crane, Wayne, or no?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
Many,
then when
yes.
you do when you do a crane, the boom goes like this, and it pulls the weight. There's always this delay.
It lags, yeah.
So you have to learn to
Kind of like your big saggy balls.
Sure. Yeah, when something swings and it swings, you let it swing and then you catch up to it and you can almost stop it.
if you
there's
know
a
what
way-
you're doing.
Right, sure.
Well, it takes practice. Obviously, this is where the fail comes in.
Well, yes, because this is the thing. They've been practicing literally 12 weeks. They know their dance routines and everything before it gets to us. And we have 3 days to learn what they've done in 12 weeks. You know what I mean? To get all this shit. And we have to fly them because they weren't flying while they were practicing. So we have to do this stuff. So I became the alternate. And they had these dads. The first day, the guy was up there, and Uber dad was a traveler. So as Wayne said, like Wayne just demonstrated, I don't know the technique. What did you say, Wayne? You go ahead of it to catch up to it? Is that what you said?
Yeah, if something's swinging, you bring the trolley or whatever you have with it, and then you slow it down that way. You use the momentum to slow itself down. You know?
Now that's like,
There's a way to do it. It takes a while, yeah.
you got to practice.
Yes.
We didn't. Okay,
No.
and so Uber dad,
He was all gung ho.
He was gung.
So you could I was thinking just for the hell of it, like if he was the one in the air and you put a 28-inch thing around his waist, being top heavy, he would just turn over and fall out. You know what
Yeah, he
I
would
mean?
slide right
It
out.
would just be like, yeah, he'd have to like flare his legs out and try to grab.
He's spread eagle. He's like those spiders coming down on the web with their legs
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Or he's that, what's the thing in Vegas where they fall from the ceiling and do all the show?
Oh,
Cirque
Cirque du
du
Soleil.
Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, and we did that. We did
You'd
that
have to
too.
like stick his legs out and try to stop his fall.
You better do the splits, Uber
Yeah.
Dad. You're coming out.
You're not.
His shirt's up over his head. His belly's hanging out.
You just see the belt fly up with no one in it.
Boing.
That empty jangle.
the sounds of the metal.
And then you hear that distinct sound of a steak hitting the stage.
Oh, yeah.
of a
Ooh,
the slap. The
slight
slap.
slap.
Right. Well, this is so Uber Dad got gung ho on his first try. The instructor's like, okay, guys, let's just get a little feel for the dancer, get a feel, and the guy, all of a sudden, when you have to lift somebody like that, it's more weight than you're used to. So you have to learn to control it. And they kept bringing the dancer just where she couldn't move. Like this. She's like, I can't touch the floor. And then he'd say, okay, give her legs, meaning drop her down a little bit. And all of a sudden she'd go, and her legs.
She's the only 6-year-old with knee replacement surgery.
I go, we're gonna have the only dancers with boots on, because
Moon boots.
no, like the broken leg boots, because
Forrest Gump braces.
yes, remember I told you about the iron ankles, the one show.
Yes,
that I told-
cankles.
Yes, and this is So they got this one girl up. He says, all right, do a practice run of traveling her. And he went, you know, he got on the thus. So she must have came at Mach 7. You know what I mean? And when she tried to stop, dude, have you ever seen a dancer's eyes bulge? You know, because did the whole because that thing stopped. The traveler stopped because he went, oh no, you know. So yes, she did. It came right at us and hit the light, hit everything. It's like, oh my god, dude, you know. So we got to figure out how to do it. Well, the first.
Sorry, Uber Dad.
The first day, and I'm like, okay, fine, it's cool. I'm talking through. He goes, Ed, you've done experience. I'm up on the rail. I can see down. They got these lights in their eyes. He says, you talk them through it since you've got experience doing it. I said, okay. And then the guy left. I could not believe this poor camper. The guy left that was supposed to do it on his way home, thought he had a heart attack. So he ended up going to the emergency room. He had some type of gas thing where they said they do, you know, not infarction. What's it called? A whatever.
Infarction?
Where they thought there was a air bubble or
they just pat him on the back.
An embolism?
He just burp it up.
There you go.
Are you thinking of an embolism?
No, whatever. You like that shit?
Oh, much better. Oh, there we go. Hey, bonus. Hey. That'll be $500.
And no, it's not covered by insurance.
Right.
Sweet. Check your HMO to see if it covered that. No. Right. So the guy said he can't do the flying. So Ed, you were the alternate. You've got to do it. And I'm like, oh god damn it! I didn't want to do it, but I was that
if you guys need any help, just let me know. Please no. Please no.
Yeah.
Yes, it was one of those.
Came back to bite you in the asshole.
Because I was doing 8 different things that I had. It was a very technical show, and I didn't want to do flying, but
Does 8 really mean 2 things?
No, I was doing
by 8, sleeping, eating, napping.
Go ahead.
Masturbating.
Yeah, it was very, very, very technical. It was a very technical show. So Chucky's, we did it, and I'm like, okay, fine. Well, I had to work with the Uber Dad. You know, so that as I go down to do it, he's telling me everything that I'm doing wrong, that I had to go down and do it. Well, this poor girl that I had up, and I had to move for bows and a couple things just across and then back. That's it, you know. But if you don't practice it enough time, literally I was thrown to the wolves. It's like, Ed, you have experience, you know what you're doing, you know what to do. It doesn't mean I know how to do it. It's like you, Chucky, right, with your job.
Yeah,
they may transfer you at work to another job, and they're like, well, I understand it, but it's not like I do it all day long.
Right.
I can do it.
I won't be able to keep up with your conveyor belt.
You're going to be eating.
That's what I was referring to.
You're going to eat
the Lucille ball chocolate.
You're going to eat the Lucille ball chocolates. Yes, Chuck, you're right. So I'm like, oh my God, damn. So I get down, and this girl, I was going to ask you, you guys like a lot of those Cedar Point, the carnival rides.
Yeah.
Do you get dizzy easy or no?
I can't do spinny rides. I like fast, like hills and all that. But like,
what gets you? Is it an upset stomach? I mean,
no, I just get like real, like whoa, like the dizzy stays longer these days. You know what I mean?
Is it a disorientation or an actual like dizzy?
Dizzy, yeah.
Really?
That's only on spinny rides. Like going up and down, I'll ride the biggest roller coaster out there. But if you put me on like the scrambler that just does this at 100 miles an hour. Yeah,
but that was the one you liked that put you up against a wall, wasn't it?
I loved it. I can't do it anymore, though.
Really? Now
I can't say that because I haven't been on one. And
when you did that ride, did you look up or did you look just across from you to keep your orientation?
I looked across and around to see if anybody was getting ready to throw up. I was always paranoid on those.
No, see, that's more of a centrifugal ride versus what is it called, the Matterhorn or something, where it goes
weightlessness.
It's in a circle.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the Matterhorn. I love that one. That doesn't get me dizzy. The ones that, like I said, the ones that get me dizzy are like straight up spinning. Like,
What
like
about
the-
that one at Cedar Point that has a circle on the bottom of it and it swings like a pendulum?
Max Air?
Max Air.
I will not
Air,
ride
yeah.
Max Air.
I like that ride,
No,
but I can get a little flaky on that one.
I will not ride Max Air. Max Air is like, let's see, if you don't get off this ride in 5 seconds, you will be the guy puking.
No, if you, I could again. The ride that terrified me was the ride where
Dodgems?
It was the Dodge. It was you know
Churchill
what?
Downs.
The church.
The Cedar Downs, that's what it was.
Sorry, Cedar Downs. Yes.
Was that the one with the horses that would go?
The horse race one that just went, it was a carousel that went faster.
No, that didn't get me. It was any ride that is like circles within circles within circles. You know what I mean? Like there was
Max
an
Air.
there was
Teacups.
an octopus. Yeah, like a teacup.
Oh,
Where-
the octopus ride was awesome.
No. You're
Dude, that
sitting
didn't
in a
get me
car.
dizzy because it's not spinning fast enough.
Yes, it was. You're in a cart that spins. That's in a circle that spins in a giant octopus that spins.
And the arms go up and down.
Yes, that's even worse. So then you're disoriented.
See, that one didn't bother me.
Spinning anything that rotates you quickly, where it's not it's what's the word I'm thinking of? It's not like it forces you down centrifugally. It just spins you. That to me, I get very disoriented like that. I don't know if I have. Is that an inner ear thing when you spin? That
Just being a pussy.
no.
Well, there you have it.
I mean, wait, A1, wait. Okay, can you go on rides that spin you, or do you become disoriented?
I think I'm probably average. I have pretty good durability factor for stuff like that. I think
Can-
because I've
can
been
you-
on boats and stuff my whole life, and
No, we're talking just like straight up spinning.
Wait, boats are in that category because it's
See, I'm
the-
good on
used
boats.
to a lot of motion.
It's the moving.
But you know what? I went on some rides, and what affected me more was the visual end of it, not the actual movement of it, because there's a lot of 3D stuff now, and it feels you feel disoriented, like really bad, falling and stuff like that with
Yeah.
a screen in front of you.
Well, I think, Wayne, let me ask you this, or let me say this. I spent the day with a Disney artist and behind the scenes on the rides and stuff years ago when in Orlando.
Walt?
And what you're saying is the rides where you fly like through the mountains and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They said that they actually had this happen. If they're 1 or 2 seconds off of the video and the ride reacting, everybody will throw up.
I believe that.
Your mind will say to do this, but the ride will do something different, and then it'll start to throw you off one at a time. So they actually have timing frames, I guess, somehow in this. But if 1 to 2 seconds of the video off of what the ride hydraulics are doing, bam, everybody throws
I could
up.
see how it would affect. I don't know if it'd be.
It's almost like
guaranteed,
playing the
but-
brown note.
But yeah, it would be. I could see it. I could see it affecting that because it was. But as far as spinning, I think as I get older, I have less tolerance to it. But it definitely affects me. But I used to do like the rotor and shit like that.
See, that's
Yeah,
what
me
it was
too.
called,
Just
the
a
rotor.
straight up
But now,
now-
humble,
yeah.
you know, and it didn't bother me. I think it was fun, you know.
Right,
See-
but now I'm like, ooh, straight up spinning, no.
Yeah, anything that I can handle where it forces you against the wall. It's the idea of maybe it's the odd jerking while you're spinning, like Wayne said.
We shouldn't be jerking on that ride anyhow.
Yeah, you need to stay out of the Blue Oyster, up against the wall.
You're like, what? I'm not worried about height requirements. I'm just worried if I can keep my pants off when I go on the ride. They're like, we need a cleanup in this.
Ed
guy's
likes it
seat.
because the minute he unzips it and opens
That's
it up,
it.
the
That's it. It just-
centrifugal force pulls them wide open.
It flaps it around like this is something. No,
It pushes it in. It's like,
He's got an Annie.
I can
Yeah.
feel the back of my prostrate with it. That's right.
You're what?
The prostrate or
Prostate.
prostate.
There we go.
I couldn't get the word out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So this is what happened, and this is why I ask you on a boat. Is I got designated to do this, and I had to move this, and it was just a little. Here's the thing, it was just a little 4 feet. I had to move this girl. But because of, I don't know, her size, how high we had her up, we moved her, and she did this. And so I'm trying to compensate like Wayne said. So I'm doing this with this cable, trying to go back and forth and compensate for her. In the meantime, she's like this, and you could almost see her get green up hanging in the air. Like, and she literally says, "Can I come down now?" so I just when you're on a boat now. Have you ever gotten seasick? I get seasick differently. Now, I don't get seasick because of the motion. I have a fear of water. And it's
that's not seasick.
That explains your dirtiness.
What? No, it's not like a fear of showering. It's
that's not seasickness in any way, shape, or form.
Anything where I get highly whatever when I can't see down in the water. You know what I mean?
That's phobia.
Yeah, that's a phobia.
It's more of a
that I can't. I don't. Maybe I watched Jaws too much when I was a kid. But when I can't see it now. Maybe
that wasn't real. I'm just
sharks are real.
Wait, what?
Sharks are real.
Wait, what?
Wait a minute. If you're wading in water and can't see the bottom versus riding in a boat, is it the same or different?
I don't like going in water that I can't.
Again,
see.
we're not talking about cleaning. We're talking about wading into the fucking beach.
Like, so you won't go in
I will
Lake Erie?
I will wade in so far. And
So how do you stand in a bathtub to shower if you're worried about not seeing the bottom?
I can see the bottom. It's clear enough. It's not that filthy, I mean, I'm not pooping in the shower, so I don't.
Well, a lot of people are afraid of if you can't see. Like one thing, opening your eyes up underwater and seeing, that's kind of creepy and spooky. Anyhow,
can you do a cruise ship?
I've never done. I don't know. Well, I want to, but I've never. I don't know.
Sounds like it'll be great for you.
Yeah, everybody's like, we're not going.
Everything points to great.
The first time I went to Kelly's Island, I was the only guy wearing a life jacket. Going
on what?
On Miller's Ferry. Yeah, Miller's Ferry. I was the only one wearing a life jacket because I was just I was sweating.
So you're saying everybody was staring at you?
Yeah. Did you bring one,
dude? Were you like
because
Bill Murray? And what about Bob?
Yeah, exactly.
What about Ed?
What are you sailing? Did I bring one?
Because I don't remember them being
I was thinking that. I'm like,
there's areas where they store them. It says life jackets.
Yeah.
Here.
Ed's rifling through them. Here's my sizes.
Yeah, I got one.
I have 5.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I brought my own.
And I almost think they fill those things with sand because the life.
Just yours,
right? They're like, give him the special one.
Yeah.
Mine was.
He wore the cornhole kit.
Extra flotation.
Put that back. That's for the picnic.
Now we can't do the cornhole tournament.
Yeah.
Jerk over there wore it for a life vest.
Yeah. Can someone hold their breath? We need to get it.
Dude's afraid of water. You could tell by the smell.
No, it is. It's a. I just can't believe you guys. Well, Wayne, do you feel comfortable since you've been around boats a lot? Yeah.
Ocean, lake, whatever.
Right. Did you feel comfortable? Like I can in a pool open my eyes. It hurts because the chlorine burns like a son of. Like I've done it in Chuck's pool when I've been, but you don't have.
Because I'm like, hey Ed, my pants are down. All of a sudden he's underwater with his eyes open.
It's not a snorkel.
Yeah. You can't get air through that, Ed.
I'm a certified diver. So
are you? You're kidding?
Yeah. So it's different for me because I've gone diving in a couple 100 feet of water versus 40 feet, 30, whatever, warm, cold, ocean, lake.
See, okay, wait a minute. Wait. Now, did you the first time have you ever, as you're diving, without goggles, opened your eyes underwater?
Sometimes you don't have a choice.
Pool
sometimes
and just recreational swimming.
No, like say you were in the ocean, for instance, we were snorkeling and some lady wasn't paying attention and hit my mask while I was underwater, so it filled up.
I had a shark knock my mask off with his tail.
See, I'll take the fat lady any day over a shark.
I was at Walker's Cay. It's called Shark Rodeo. It's a feeding frenzy dive where everybody fillets. They have a big, the 55-gallon drum you throw garbage in at the fish cleaning station. And what they had in that was a little tree-shaped thing made out of rebar, and they put it in the garbage can. And it had an eyelet up top. Well, you throw all the fish guts in there till it was full, and then they filled the rest with water and dragged it into a freezer, a walk-in freezer.
Oh, so it was like a big gutsicle.
Like a big popsicle. They would put like a 30-foot line on it in 40 feet of water with a weight, and it would pull down 10 feet below the surface once you were in place, and sharks would come all over. They'd rev the engines, and the sharks knew they were going to eat. And they would come like from all around. There was like 40, 50, 60, 70 of them. And you sit on the bottom with your arms crossed and you observe it. They all feed. Wait, and then you find teeth because if teeth fall out while they're eating it. And,
And you're of the people they ate? Or
no,
yes.
The shark teeth break off. It's normal for them. They shed them. That's why they have so many rows.
Wait a second. You're in a cage down below?
No, you're on the bottom.
It's on the bottom.
Yeah.
Sharks they don't attack people. I'm telling you, it's not, you don't feel like, there was like only like up to like 10 footers.
The girl with one arm that's a surfer begs to differ.
Well, no, here's what happened. I'm at the bottom watching this and I'm like, I didn't bring enough weight. So I keep floating up and I'm like waving my arms to keep myself
trying to go down. Oh.
And they're coming from behind me and that's where the tail knocked and you have to clear your mask. You just blow out your nose and it gets the air forces the water out and you just kind of, you could kind of clear it more and more. It's easy. But if you panic, it's different. But
don't the surfers get attacked because they look like seals? They wear the one-piece suits that make them look like seals or something.
And
I
then
guess from laying on the board. Yeah.
If they're feeding already or something with bait fish or something, anything that's moving, that's why they said don't. I'm going like this, stay at the bottom. And he's like, no, he stopped me and he's putting like rocks in my vest and stuff to keep me down so I could close my arms and not float up during the feeding.
Did you
should have just rode a shark. Fuck it. I'm going out good.
Yeah.
Did you have the oxygen tank on, or were you like the hose with a guy up there with
No, we had not oxygen. There's no oxygen, it's air.
It's just compressed air, right? That's all it is. So, see, here's the thing, too.
Mine smells like a bike tire.
It was only for like 45 feet deep. So it was nice, well lit, sunny in the Bahamas.
No, you say you didn't have enough weight. Were you like you holding into something? Your feet were dangling up like this?
You sit on the bottom and I was starting to float up. So I was like trying to stay on the bottom.
So
he was grabbing stuff and shoving them in my vest
you weight yourself down.
A bunch of sharp coral.
You have a weight belt, and I didn't grab enough.
Do you release the weight to go back up, or no? You just swing against the weight.
Push a button and it fills your air tank fills your vest of BC. It's called.
Buoyancy vest.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah.
So did you guys notice when we were kids and you used to be able to literally sit on the bottom of a pool and not float up? You used to be able to lay down there for like 10 minutes. Now, my wife always makes fun of me because when I'm putting the weights in the steps in our pool, it's struggling to stay down. I am literally struggling. I'm flailing. I can't get underwater.
Plus your lungs hold a lot of,
Even if I blow the air out, I'm like,
no, fat is buoyant.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm floating like a big fat piece of shit then.
Chuck has become older. Your bones are probably hollow.
My bones are full of air, no marrow in it.
You have no density.
No. I don't even have bones. I'm just a bag of blob. I'm a bag of fat with like harder cartilage fat.
Cartilage.
Well, that's just you go down. Now, here's the thing too. Where's that point when you go down that you can feel the pressure like popping?
Oh, like every 10. So you equalize it. You grab your nose and push out, blow out, and your ears go. They adjust. But see, you wouldn't like the test. The test I did. I got certified at Cleveland State in their dive pool, which is like 18 feet. It's pretty deep, and 16 feet deep or whatever it is. They throw all your equipment in, and all you have is everything's there. I think I don't remember. Maybe everything's at the bottom. You have to swim down one breath. You have to put your mask on, clear it, then put your fins on, a snorkel on, and go to the top and clear your snorkel and give thumbs up before you can come up and breathe. And that was hard. That was really hard,
dude. Clearing your
breath.
Snorkel, at just like I said when I got my mask kicked off. Right, and I was down. I was down there, like further than I should have been. You know what I mean, dude? I was getting towards the surface, and I didn't think I was gonna make it. I was doing the.
That must have been ugly. It had to be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah,
I know exactly
I mean,
what you
it
mean.
looks like it's 3 feet away, but you're swimming and swimming and swimming, and it's not 3 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But where's your buoyancy? You can't stay down on your pool at home. You should have shot to the top.
I wasn't shooting, believe me. Yeah. When you have no air, you're not shooting anywhere.
And then the other test, your tank and stuff is down there. You go down and you put everything on and you get your regulator going. And you could easily get dressed and stuff while you're, get all your equipment on. And
once you get your regulator cleared,
once you get you have to go down, turn it on, put it in your mouth, you push a button and it, clears. But then you clear, it's a test, you buddy breathe for like 200 meters, you swim and share with somebody.
What?
You buddy breathe like only one person has a tank and you swim with them and you share the breathing.
It's a case like you run out of the air underwater. You can buddy
exercise.
Swim next to you and you can go back.
Or on top of
you. I tell you what, I was with somebody that like didn't want to let me have it. And I was like,
what?
Okay, like, give me that,
It might have been some bag on bag action.
Well, you get a boner and you tuck it in their butt crack, so you guys go together.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a safety harness. It's no big deal.
Yes.
They do it all the time.
Like you do when you're skydiving, right?
That's how they got the Scorpio or the Pisces symbol.
I'm telling you, it's a wonderful, great thing to do. It's like you're flying because you balance out to where you can stop and look around. You're not going up or down. It's effortless and it's just beautiful. I mean, it really is. Now, if you're afraid of heights, a lot of times you can't snorkel. You can't scuba dive because you could go along. All of a sudden, you'd come over an edge that drops down a couple hundred feet, and in places where it's clear, it's almost like you could feel like you maybe would feel like you're falling. So if you have a fear of heights,
you get disoriented even underwater. That's amazing.
You should probably just stay on the boat, Ed, and maybe in the pool.
Well, it probably wouldn't be for you.
I watch videos, and I'll promote her. She's a great videos, Norris Fett. If you ever get a chance to check her out, she does.
She's the coin collect, the metal detector.
Yes.
Yeah, I watch her.
Yeah, she got great videos, and she talks about where you balance yourself. She does some snorkeling that she can stay down longer, like 3 minutes. She could be down, and she on one of her videos, she talks about it with her friend in Italy or wherever she goes overseas, how she regulates she blows out something, and you learn to stay down longer. You know what I mean? And she briefly talked about it in her video, how she clears herself. But I always thought, if you've got it,
I ate some Taco Bell and cleared myself yesterday, and I blew out something too.
Yeah, what if you get? I'm sure there's people that get sick in a. What do you? Can you throw up in that thing?
No,
or no.
You pull it out and throw up. I mean,
yeah, but when you're putting it back in, doesn't water go in? You're breathing in.
You have a button you push and it purges, like air will come out and everything, and it blows everything out.
You're talking a snorkel or a regulator, Ed?
I don't know the difference. What's the difference?
Snorkel is the one that goes from your mouth
then
above
you're
your
dead.
head. Yeah. The regulator is a round thing that goes to a tank on your back.
Yeah.
Regulates
a snorkel's
the air
a
pressure.
tube.
Oh, they're just a PVC poop that you you can breathe out. Okay. See, I never got those because when we were kids and we'd play with them in the pool, they'd always go into
but you
the
put
water,
them in your butthole,
and you would breathe in water, and you just sucked in water. You know what I mean?
Because it was use it right, Ed.
It was boogie whip. I like the ones. Have you seen the ones that are full face masks? Ones those are kind of cool because then
they don't look cool.
Who cares? At least you're breathing underwater. Well, semi-underwater. I'm just wondering how long of a tube can you get to,
well, you have to be careful because when you exhale, it's carbon dioxide. Like people think you have a tube to breathe. There might not be enough room for your exhale to get out before regular air gets in, or you're going to breathe your own
Go ahead, Chuck.
I have a story about that.
You tried to do something underground with a long tube or a garden hose.
A buddy of mine, we were opening up his parents had an in-ground pool, and it had a really deep end, and there was stuff that they couldn't get with the vacuum, so we had to go down and like get it by hand, and he kept going back up and going down and going back up, and so we're like, why don't you just put a garden hose in your mouth and we'll give you some bricks to tie around your waist and you can just breathe.
That's amazing.
Didn't work out real well. We had to do a search and rescue.
Yeah, I mean that's
for real, dude. He's like, all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. We're like, what? Got this whole hose here full of air.
There's no air
because that CO went 4 inches up, 4 inches in.
Yeah,
4 inches
I mean,
up,
if you had one you're breathing in and exhaling, that's the problem. If he would have just covered it up and was breathing in through that and exhaling out, just bubbles,
that would have been different.
You'd put a one-way check valve in there. You'd put
we didn't know any better. We were like freshmen in high school.
Yeah,
with big ideas.
You could make a fucking bong out of an apple, but you couldn't put a check valve in a garden hose.
And we did.
Yes. See,
toilet paper tubes. Apples.
Here's the other thing too. Would you ever do CPR on a person if they were
family?
I mean, say they were choking like that because
Regis is over there checking his ID, going on the genealogy site. I'm sorry,
right,
you're not family.
Ed, hold on, what'd you just say, Ed? We said CPR choking. Well, you don't perform CPR on somebody that's choking,
right?
As Ed puts his penis back in his pants.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, your comment
that wouldn't
about,
choke anybody.
CPR. No. I would do CPR on a family member, a loved one or something like that, or a hot chick.
Yeah.
What?
I just went through the course too. Like
Wayne knows construction CPR. That's when you step on their chest and you blow on their face and go, "You're going to die."
What is? Did you wait? You just went through the CPR.
I just
course.
finished OSHA 30. Yeah.
You're kidding. Now, did they teach you like the atomic knee drop where you you hit them
and hope that piece of steak comes out?
No, none of that.
Well,
that's like you said, that's not CPR. Yeah.
Now, when you do, the first thing they taught you, what I'm asking is the CPR
first thing
is the Heimlich maneuver or the Heimlich maneuver?
First thing you do is ask them if you can help them.
Yeah.
Or say, listen, I'm a first responder. I'm here to help you. My name is whatever. Are you having, whatever? You try to see where they're at with things. And
like they can't
kind of
talk,
like a permission
they're probably
thing.
choking.
Yeah.
So then that would take that. That's the Heimlich
or
maneuver.
they're not breathing at all.
Or they're not breathing, correct.
Or unconscious, But yeah.
Don't waste the Narcan.
Well, wait a minute. So I know that if they're having you loosen up their clothing, right? You loosen up their belt. Do you stare them directly in the eye when you're
got to do with anything?
You don't loosen anything. You don't.
In case they're restricted, they're
not a gunshot wound, Ed.
They were breathing with the clothing they have on just fine.
What show are you watching to learn this?
Did you undo his pants? What are you blowing into?
Ed's watching Sex Got Me Into the ER.
No,
that series.
Just say if they're having problem breathing, you want to loosen up their clit so they have no restriction.
Room to breathe?
Yes.
If they're not breathing, you don't have time to fucking take clothing off of them.
Just to hold still, madam. I'm just inspecting for wounds. That's what first thing you do. So you lose
it's not me, it's the guy on the ground.
And then what? Do you you put to make sure there's no obstruction in their airway?
Tilt their head back and drop their mouth. Yeah. You try to make sure there's nothing right there.
Get the leaves out of there and stuff.
The leaves.
You put your ear to them to see if they're breathing.
I hear the ocean.
But they have everything. They
He's
have
not
just
a
a plastic
shell.
thing. And
well, at one time we were giving out to all of our electricians.
Yeah,
we were giving out
kit.
CPR dams that you could carry on your toolbox.
My ear to his bunghole, Chuck. That's what I'll do. I'll put my ear to the
got a tube with a one-way valve and a piece of plastic over it so they don't throw up into your mouth.
I've seen those.
That's all, yeah.
Wait.
It's like those.
No, if you want to give CPR to somebody safely, they make a little kit that is a little plastic sheet, maybe 6 inches all the way around.
You can even do it like a
most.
keychain type.
Yep,
thing.
they're packaged up, and it's got a little valve in it. That's one way, and you put it over their mouth. And when you blow in, if they throw up or exhale, the ball flops up, and then they don't throw up in your mouth.
Oh, never mind. He's just sleeping.
He was snoring.
Trying to give CPR on a guy that's you're right. So
What song is it you're supposed to do chest compressions to? Like Staying Alive or something like
BG,
that?
Staying Alive.
You're kidding, really?
Yeah, because it's X amount of beats per minute.
Yeah, I didn't know. No, okay, Wayne, walk me through this. So you check their airways so that there's no obstruction. Do you turn their head and like hit them on the back first or something, or no? Or
No, they're not choking.
okay, I don't know. I mean,
You're stuck on the choking thing.
Yeah, you're really.
I don't know why.
Really.
Yeah, because what would make them stop
They're
breathing?
not drowning. You know,
Right, right. Well, some people may. They can. They're drowning. They drag them out.
press.
Well,
chest
CPR is
compressions.
more of like a heart attack, not just stopping.
Do you put their legs up? Do you elevate their legs at all, or no? Or
Only if
Get
it's you.
her legs off your shoulders.
Put her
No.
legs up on your
No,
shoulders.
the
Take her
legs-
out of the
legs
sex swing
up.
first, Ed.
Do not help breathing. You know.
You take the legs to your leg like this with them.
Like you're trying to get water out an old well. Oh, she's breathing. We got a breather.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's got her wind back.
so then you go and now they're not breathing. So do you start with like you put your mouth over their nose and mouth, or you just do it like the whole?
It's not how you kiss, Ed. It's
No, I'm asking.
Wayne,
so
Wayne, if you can, let me ask you this: the only way I learned that in CPR in class years ago was a baby. Adults, you pinch their nose and blow into their mouth. A baby, you did both because they were small.
I didn't pinch anything. I didn't know you were
just
supposed to.
give him a pinch on the.
Do you pinch?
Hello.
I was
Something
always
I
taught to hold
forgot.
their nose so that it doesn't just
Oh.
recirculate.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember if they were pinch or what. Well, I don't know, but you.
Yeah, I don't want to blow into their mouth and like boogers come out all over.
Put a
Yeah.
chip clip on their nose.
I guess
Yeah,
it's better
maybe
than
you know
them
what?
expiring,
Yeah, you
though.
put that thing over them, you pinch the nose, and you breathe through the vent. Yeah,
the tube.
yeah, the tube, or we just had like some flat plastic with a mesh area.
Was it like dental dam?
Yeah, it's like something really. Yeah.
Are
So
you
could-
worried? Do you worry about breathing too hard? Like you just.
I didn't actually do it.
Oh, you didn't? You didn't?
I
have
mean, there
practice
wasn't a
dummies?
person there. There was just a
There was no.
dummy.
There was no.
I
passed
wasn't
out person.
worried about.
I don't think you can overinflate them.
Maybe a baby.
I don't know. I'm asking.
I would with a baby, maybe yes.
Yeah. Do you? I mean, can you breathe too hard on someone? Like maybe So you breathe. You do the 1, 2, 3. Right? 3 breaths.
2 breaths,
2 breaths.
You know that
chest compressions. Yeah,
the
I think
poor
you-
guy that Ed does
like
it to.
30.
He's gonna wake up. Did you have tuna fish
And it's
3
Wayne, tell
days
me,
ago?
He
It's
wakes up.
harder than you think.
And he
It's
wakes
much
up and
more
he-
strenuous.
and he's
It's
actually chewing,
difficult.
Chuck.
Like
You
to
wake
do
up-
it for. I can't even imagine doing it for like 5 minutes. It would be.
yeah.
You'd
Chest
be
compressions?
exhausted. Yeah.
Yes.
Because you always read about they did chest compressions for 20 minutes until the ambulance got there.
Oh,
You know, I'm
geez,
like,
yeah, that would
You
be
have
like-
to be able to hand off to somebody else because that is just
Yeah.
way. Now, have
Really?
you seen the new? Have you seen the new gurneys for ambulances? They have a chest compression. When they put you on the gurney, it covers your chest and it's got a big inflator and it will do the chest compressions for you so you don't get tired.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
and then
you-
we use defibrillators that are all around. They taught you how to do that, and they're pretty. They tell you what to do themselves, like
Don't touch the
like
button.
the electronic, yeah, and like number 1, 2, where you connect the leads, everything.
It's pretty
wait,
self-explanatory.
I've never seen one of those. So you
You probably have, but you just didn't know what they were.
Yeah, I
What
could.
are they
Maybe
called?
you're right.
APVs or something?
AED,
AED.
automated external defibrillator.
They're everywhere.
Well, not at our place.
You could get them on eBay for like $10.
Yeah,
You
not
don't
the
have
place
one at the theater? How do you get away with that? It's a public place.
I don't work there
probably-
anymore.
they
So I don't know.
probably have
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
But
it doesn't matter now.
That doesn't matter now. Yeah, no. Now see that's the thing that no, we at the place I was working, they never had it there, and I would imagine that the idiots that were there would probably just take them out and just put it on each other as they're drunk.
They did. That's how they made their instant grilled cheeses.
We have one at work. We only have 6 employees, and we have one.
Yeah, they're
like $3
really
grand.
common now.
Actually, $3,000 isn't that bad. I thought they'd be a lot more.
No,
We have two at the gym.
Now, okay, wait. No, let's go back to this. So you breathe in two breaths, and then do you put your hands like this? How do you put your hands?
There's different ways you can do them. You can lock them different ways. You use the heel, of your hand to push. It's common to have the breastplate crack.
I was just getting ready to say, if you crack the
Wait.
breastplate, you're doing it right.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's a life or death, and that's common for it to happen.
Are you kidding?
No,
Like they're
the
actual
person doesn't feel it.
because they're not breathing. Right.
Yeah,
I
Until the next
understand that.
day.
Till the next day, once they're alive, dude. How do you fix a breastplate?
It heals. You're not breaking it. It just kind of cracks it loose, like the ribs.
You're not cracking it open like a lobster
Yeah.
tail.
It's not breaking in pieces.
You're
Look at all
acting,
the meat in that
doing
one.
Yeah.
yes, you're acting like I know. I
Sucks the
don't
head.
know. Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of strange doing it because you
Isn't it?
think,
You can-
God, would you be able
break-
to do that? Really?
You
Would you
break
be
the
able to? And I don't-
breastplate for compressions, but you can
Yeah.
also break the ribs during the Heimlich.
Sex. Oh.
I mean, if you ever watch on TV and stuff, these guys are like, and they beat on someone's chest. Is that real? Does that really happen?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Did they teach you that in CPR? You like
No.
wallop the hell out of someone's chest to just shock their heart, or no?
No.
That wasn't part of any of that. None of the
no.
like I said
Nope.
with the legs.
No.
None of that. That's just TV garbage. That's not
Maybe,
real.
yeah.
So if you ever leave your house, Ed,
Right. Okay.
if just stay away from somebody that's down. Just leave them be.
Just
And
really
probably making
You know
it
what?
worse.
If you go down, you better hope that people took it more seriously than you,
no.
Oh!
so that they save your life.
I'm hoping they don't. Put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they don't. If you
Join the
see me
club, huh?
down, just go, thank God. Let's just let him go. But I'd be saying
Yeah.
my prayers. It's a good thing that I didn't
All of a
go.
sudden, it opens his eyes. Did it happen?
Did it happen? Oh, I woke up. God damn it. It was just chilly.
But yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I'd be scared. Like, I don't know if I could approach an auto accident where I know something's bad. I would have a hard time looking in or pulling somebody out that's, I would.
I'm almost afraid to touch
I would
somebody
hope
these days.
Same here.
Just not because I'm just saying I don't want to make something worse.
There's a good Samaritan. No, that's okay. Now
The
that's
good
one of the things you
Samaritan
learn.
law.
They're already as worse as they could be. Anything you do will help them. They tell you that right away, Chuck. So
Oh.
that's not a reason to.
Well,
and
I'm
there's
just saying
Good
that because a friend
Samaritan-
of mine that I work with was in a car wreck and it broke his femur, and they went to pull him out and it severed a
Artery.
yes.
But I mean, that's part of the chances that they say is
Yeah.
worth the risk.
Right on.
Because they're already at the worst place they could be. So whatever you can do to
McDonald's.
assist helps.
Dude,
And there's good Samaritan
Yeah.
laws in place where you wouldn't get any backlash as far as,
And I've seen my share. We've had so many wrecks because before the house,
In front of your house, yeah.
Oh, dude! Before they filled in, we used to have a like a culvert all around the front of the house, and cars would go into it all because they try and cut that corner, and they
They
would
go into it and roll.
all the time,
wow.
dude. All the dude. We
So
used
much
to-
change in his front yard.
We had so many wrecks, not a joke. We had so many wrecks. My mom used to keep an emergency kit. It was like water, blankets, bandages. Yeah. At the front,
Half-eaten cookies.
at the front door in a like a crate. All because we would
don't ring bell, just take.
just
Yeah.
no because for us that we would hear the wreck, go, okay, there's another wreck, call, and we get
Oh, so you'd sit out there wrapped in the blankets watching the wreck?
Drinking water.
Cocoa and s'mores.
we'd go out to help. There was one wreck. We had a dentist. I'll tell you this real quick. We had right in front of the house. Again, there was a creek before they put in the sewage pipe. Before they put in the not sewage pipe, the drain.
I was gonna say
pipe.
the one you don't drain into.
The storm pipe before they covered it. My dad was so mad because people would cut through. For the audience, right in front of our house is like a horseshoe shape. The road horseshoes in front of the house, so people would cut through on their high speed.
Straight across.
straight across. So my dad, first of all, he put trees up, and then they'd run over the sapling. And they'd go right over it. And then so my dad said, okay, we're going to put big fucking rocks out there. You know what I mean? Like big rocks.
Yeah.
And this one guy had like an RX-7 or something, and he hit it, and it skipped him up. He went down, landed in this ditch, went through his front windshield, and the car rolled over, and we heard this doorbell.
His air's back.
He's breathing.
It was so long of one too. That was just so long.
wet.
It was like, so we hear, you heard the wreck. Everybody gets up, and then you hear ding dong, the doorbell rings, and we're like, oh God. And that we went out, open the door. This dude sitting on our front porch. He had rang the doorbell, lights, our lights went on, went out. His car, when it hit, it flipped over on our front lawn, was sitting there spinning. It was just spinning. It's like I said, it was like RX-7 or something back then. And he had his teeth in his hands because when he hit, all his front teeth,
money.
All his teeth came out, and he was just, bleeding all over. And, we're like, oh my God. And he was just in shock. And you learn to deal with.
Was your mom like, Ed, open me a water? I'm going to watch.
Get me a water.
Give me a blanket too, Ed.
He's got a chiclet tooth now.
Yeah.
So we learned.
Ed, cheap ass Ed, what are you going to do with those teeth? Fairy.
You want some salt for that?
Under the pillow. That's right. I get some kashish for that. No. So yeah, we've seen a lot of wrecks, dude. I get it. And we used to. It was, some of them were, what are you gonna do?
Right.
And some would go through the lawn. They've taken out our mailbox 1,000,001 times and left all kinds of shit. So I don't know if I could do CPR.
I don't know either.
I never did that. I helped people that were wounded. I mean, I'd see the wound, and I had to, hold it till you can hear the ambulance come in.
Did you get a Kleenex and lick it? Let me get that blood for you.
No, and here's the thing too. You don't think, you're saying, Chuck said you don't know if you would, because of current conditions, you don't know if you would help. You at that time.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to. I'm like, would I make it work? You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing.
Guess.
You don't think about it. You just go to help. You either do or you don't. You just you either do or you don't. It's one of those. If you're not going to, you're going to be the guy that's going to.
But Chucky, Ed's the guy that walks up and they got a hand over their eye because they got something in their eye, and Ed's going, well, let me loosen your belt for you. Hold on.
Exactly.
I want to help you.
Let me get these cumbersome clothes off you.
I'm here to help you. Unbutton your shirt and your belt.
Oh, dude, that's funny.
Let me numb these for you. Hold on.
Num.
Let me numb these for you. Oh God, we have gone over, so that's good. That's all right. So we're over. So we can end. We're going to be leaving you here with Liskey. It's a song On. Check it out. Thank you, audience members. You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on our website, which is edmoneylive.com, where it's real people, real conversations about life. Normally listen to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck. We'll see ya. Almost touch him. Touch him. Right below me in his disco hall is Rengus, the bionic pampered prepper.
Good evening, everybody.
And last but not least, he's right over there, keeping us in balance and check his A1 continuity. Wayne!
Bye, Wayne.
We'll see you guys.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Thank you again for all the things you do. Check out the site, blah, 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 blah. Always remember that you are somebody and don't be materialistic. And after that, we are out of here. I'm leaving it in.
See you doing hard enough again. Baby, all I really wanted only on from now. Every time I see a glimpse of your good side, I start wondering how I could make it last a little longer. Say you wanna fix our problems. How long should I be waiting? Feels like I've had too much of drama, but I'm not ready to give in.
been listening to Late Night with Ed Money, brought to you by 3 Bowls of Crunch Production. Late Night with Ed Money is a copyrighted show, and any unauthorized reproduction for sale is strictly prohibited without written and or verbal consent from Ed Money. Otherwise, we'll find out where you live and beat the shit out of you. Thank you for listening.